Now that I have your attention, let's talk about student loans. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Erica here with GrantMe, and if you want the best advice on the scholarship process and the post-secondary school application process, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We'll be uploading videos every Thursday. And if you want that extended help in the scholarship process, be sure to check out our free online webinar. I'll put the link in the description box below. So in today's video, we're actually going to be talking about the negative impacts of student loans and student line of credits. And I'm going to be sharing my personal story of what my student loans look like and my line of credit. And at the end of this video, I'll actually be showing you how to use a loan repayment calculator, which I will also link in the description box below for you to check out. So in the first part of this video, we're going to discuss student loan facts that I think everyone should know. And in the second part of this video, I'll go into my story and give you my personal description of how student loans have impacted me in my life and where I'm currently at now. Also, I'll be showing you how to use the student loan calculator at the very end. So, first fact that I would love for you to know is that student loan debt is a $26 billion problem. That's right, I said $1 billion. The second fact that I want you to know is that the average Canadian student will graduate with $26,000 of student debt. The third fact is that student debt has increased by 88% since 1999. The fourth fact I would like to let you know is that on the current prime rate, if a student has a $25,000 student loan, they'll be paying an additional $8,000 in interest during a 10-year repayment plan. So let's get into my story about student debt. So let me tell you straight up, I didn't know anything about scholarships when I was in high school, and neither did my parents. And that's not their fault, that's not my fault. I didn't go out there to seek scholarships because I thought that scholarships were for people who had a 95% average and were super highly involved in their community, constantly busy, or I thought they were for athletes. So I was very uneducated about scholarships. Now, knowing the things that I know now, working for GrantMe, I'm definitely a great scholarship candidate. Unfortunately, I've missed my opportunity, and I wish there was a program out there. I wish I had the knowledge that I have now about scholarships in the past, because I would have been able to almost fully fund my education. So here's my story. So my parents wanted their daughter to receive post-secondary schooling. They wanted me to go out and, receive that higher level of education and explore some of my passions that I had going into post-secondary school. So I initially wanted to be a nurse, and I ended up getting my degree in English literature. So in my situation, my parents did not have the money to send me to school whatsoever. I worked at a farmer's market since I was 14 years old, and I saved up all the money that I could to help pay for my school. And so I accumulated about $5,000 to go to school for my first year. Obviously, $5,000 is not enough. You have to think about your living expenses, your food, your books. So what my parents thought was the best idea was to go and get a student line of credit. Not knowing anything about scholarships or the way that the system works, they went straight to the only source that they knew of, and that is student line of credits. So my parents and I walked into the bank and we had a meeting with a lady, and she signed me up for a student line of credit. We thought that this is what everyone did. So if you just can't afford to go to school and you don't have the money in the bank, you just sign up for a loan or a line of credit. So that's what we did. That's what I thought was normal. That's what my parents thought was normal. Now, knowing what I know now, I would have been eligible for scholarships in my grade 12 year. I was highly involved in my school. I was in musical theater. I definitely took a wide range of academic courses because I had many interests. I took the sciences, arts, dance, any course that I could get my hands on. I loved learning. I loved getting involved. In grade 12, I put on a grade 12 talent show for the grade 12s to perform and then have the ability to perform whatever they wanted. So I ran that show. I volunteered at the hospital because I wanted to go into the nursing program. I volunteered for sports events, which were one-day events. I did multiple of them, and I also worked a part-time job. Back then, I thought that I was, too busy. However, I was not busy enough to think about not investing in my future. Little did I know what the impact would be of being too busy and missing out on scholarship opportunities. Fast forwarding 5 years later, after my first year of university, because who can really do their degree in 4 years? And now I have accumulated $36,000 in student debt. And I've been out of school for about 2 years now, and I finally have landed a job where I can use my creativity, my writing. However, working at GrantMe, I've come to realize the impact that my student loan has had on me and what the impact will be for other university students pursuing their dreams. So to break it down for you, I pay $499 a month on my student loan and line of credit combined. And after 10 years of making these payments, when I'm 35 years old, I will have paid $56,000 in student debt, and that includes the interest within my original $36,000 debt. So do you know what that means? That means I will have paid $20,000 in interest over the next 10 years, which is almost half of what I took out to go to school. Can you just let that sink in for a second? I could have used that money to put a down payment on a house. Not in Vancouver, but maybe somewhere else. I could have used that money for my house one day. I could have traveled to Europe for a month, probably about 9 times in a row. I could have bought a Tesla 3 or 2 very nice cars with that amount of money. I could have had a just in case fund set aside for myself in case I ever ran into trouble and was in a financial need. So now that I have kind of shared my story with you and painted you my reality, I'm gonna show you what that looks like broken down on a graph that I have created. So I had 2 forms of loan. So I had a student line of credit from TD Bank, and then I had a student loan from Student Aid BC. So my amount owing on my TD loan right now is $22,235.23. I have 90 months to pay this back at an interest rate of 5.45. My monthly payments are $130 in interest and $224 for the payment, and which means that which will result in a grand total of $41,132.44. Now, my amount owing on my student loan from Student Aid BC was $10,653.18. And I have 116 months left to pay this at an interest rate of 6.45. My monthly payments are $9.35 in interest, and my monthly payment is $135.65, total of $145. The months, my total amount of months that I have left to pay this times the months left to have to pay equals $13,050. So currently my grand total that is remaining that I still have to pay is $54,182.44. So, and that was when I started paying off my loan 2 years ago. So originally it would have been 2 years ago it would have been $56,000. Now that is my breakdown of what my current loans look like. And now I'm going to actually show you how to use the loan repayment calculator. Maybe your schooling is going to cost you $40,000. So you'd put $40,000 inside. It says to ask you not to put in a comma, so just make 4 zeros. Either you have a fixed or a floating. Mine was a floating rate from my student aid BC, so it was 6.5%. Non-repayment period options. Do not take advantage of the non-repayment period. Start to repay your loan immediately after the end of your studies. I'm just going to select do not take advantage of the repayment period. So select the number of months you'll need to repay your loan. You can compare it with another loan option. You would just fill in here and then you can click calculate. So this would tell you that okay, you have $40,000 of debt. It's a floating interest at a rate of 6.45. Non-repayment. Do not take advantage of non-repayments. Select the number of months you'll need to repay your loan. So 116. Non-repayment period interest $0. Total amount of your loan to be reimbursed $40,000. Each of your monthly payments will be $516. Your total interest over the life of your loan will be $19,907.85. Basically, what you can kind of think is that if you take out a loan for $20,000, you can expect to pay just under half of that amount in interest, which is ridiculous. You go to school because you can't afford it, and then all of a sudden you have to pay almost double. So what I want you to take away from this video is that student loans and student lines of credit should be your last resort. You want to exert all your opportunity, all of your possibilities that you have in front of you, and reach out on those before you choose student loans. By investing in your financial education now, that is going to save you so much money in the future of thousands of dollars that you're going to be spending on interest on your student loan. And I believe that if you put your motivation towards finding ways on how to win scholarships, it will save you that financial burden of the loan and debt that may affect you for the next 20 years of your life. I have missed out on opportunities because of my loan. And that is why I'm here today, is to educate you and let you know that you can avoid this. And this is our mission here at GrantMe. $997 for a scholarship program does not seem as bad right now when you are going to be paying possibly $56,000 in the future. So I want to encourage you to take a look at our videos on our YouTube channel and watch our student success stories and see how they have come out of our program and what they've won. And what you can do is just click the link below in our online webinar, and you can register for our free online webinar that will educate you about our program. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I hope that you have learned something valuable from this video today. And that I've helped you or educated you on something that you were maybe missing within this whole scholarship and education process. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have ever struggled with this, if you're in the same situation as me, if you're going to school soon and are interested in scholarships, please let me know. I'd love to help you out in the comments down below. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.